Well, I hold a different opinion myself. I think what is required is action. That's where I come from. And what action is, I think, that the point that needs to be addressed. What is it that we need to do? You know? And I believe that what is required is political action. For example, there is the National Youth Council, okay, that was established under the National Youth Council Act that was passed in 2009. 2009, Parliament in its wisdom passed this law. And they said, we are going to create a national structure through which youth, the mandate, by the way, they are supposed to advise government on youth issues. They are supposed to advise government on youth matters to be, included, like the way gender has been mainstreamed. So the National Youth Council is supposed to be doing this. Okay, so if I ask you today, Bwana Eric, who is the chair of the National Youth Council? When were the elections done? Who represents, who is mainstreaming youth issues in the ministry, for example, of sports? Who is there as a representative? Okay, what informs the government policy on foreign affairs as far as youth are concerned? Who is representing the face of youth in the Ministry of Health? And so on. You'll find there's a systems failure here. Because the law is there, the National Youth Council is there, but people are going to the streets. Now we wonder, what is the issue? What is the problem? So if it calls for dissolution of some of these structures to start again, that must be done. If it calls for, like you remember when the Gen Zs took to the streets and so on, I think one of the most decisive action that was taken was the dissolution of cabinet. Once that was done, temperatures came down. It wasn't talks, it was action. So for me, I think...
To bring the temperatures down.
To bring temperatures...
The movement.
No, not just to contain the Nini, but it meant that you are responding to the issue. You get action. And for me, action is what is required. Decisive action. If the National Youth Council is not working, dissolve it. Because it's supposed to have representatives from all over. Every county is supposed to have its own youth council members. The structure is so well done all the way to the national. But then are they carrying out their mandate? Do even the young people know that the National Youth Council exists? Have they read the National Youth Council Act 2009? Nobody seems to be interacting with this. So if this has failed, then what needs to be done is decisive action being taken. And then I also need to say this. There are a number of things that the government is doing that need to be told to the youth. All these initiatives about youth empowerment, youth fund, Kazi Maju, Kazi Mtaani, and all this, they need to be a system that makes them very visible.
Okay.
So that when someone comes to tell you that they don't have a job, you can say, have you gone to the digital economy? Have you tried there? Have you applied there? Have you done this? Have you tried Kazi Maju? Have you done? So that someone can say, before you come to the member of parliament or to your MCA or to your senator or whoever your representative is,
Senator, let me just take
you can just say, instead of coming and say, I don't have a job, you can say, look, I've tried this, sijapata, here sijapata,
Senator,
here sijapata. So those structures must work.
Should we really reduce this to the issue of unemployment? And I don't know if my producer can, project the front page of the Star on our screens right now. A very worrying headline there. The police fired from ambulance.